The Inflation Reduction Act has its first big win. Or is it? Coming up here in the jog. Hi folks, Alex Klingelhoeffer here with Exencial Wealth Advisors. It is 8:40 here in the middle part of the country on Tuesday. It is August 30th, 2022. Here's your morning jog around the economic headlines of the world. Want to talk about First Solar. Big announcement this morning. They're going to build an additional solar panel factory here in the U.S. Looks like it's going to be more than $1 billion. Whew! Going to be something like 4 gigawatt 4 gigawatt of solar capacity on a go-forward basis. The CEO at an interview this morning said, hey, one of the reasons why we chose to make this investment is the Inflation Reduction Act, right? That's President Biden's act to spur green energy here in the U.S. It's kind of a reformulated Green New Deal now that I've been thinking about it a little bit more. Listen, if you have investment decisions that are solely based on the largesse of Congress and not on the economic fundamentals of the business decision itself, it's probably not something you want in the economy at large. That's it, right? Solar power is a great thing. It's wonderful. It works great in places like Oklahoma, like the Southwest, where it shines quite a bit. Its cousin wind, where it's windy. It's not so great in places where those aren't the case. Unfortunately, where most of the U.S. lives in the Northeast corridor, it's just not that sunny and not that windy most of the time. Is this good spending going after bad? Yes, it is. And precisely the kind of inflationary spending on projects that are otherwise uneconomical that we said would come from the IRA. What can we say? The Inflation Reduction Act doesn't reduce inflation. Of course it didn't, never would. Here's the first step. Speaking of first steps and global trends that we've been talking about, France now saying, hey, Russia, you're using your gas supplies as an element of war. Yes, they are. They always have been. It is going to be a cold winter for Europe, something that we've been talking about for months, sort of just reaching the mainstream headlines now. Let's sort of gameplay this a little bit. What is actually going to happen with gas, right? There's just sort of a limited supply of it in Europe. It's going to shut down Europe's industries because Europe's companies, unlike Europe's countries, can't just print more euros to pay for it, right? So folks are not going to freeze in their homes, thank goodness, right? But the price of power is going to continue to go up, right? It's going to continue to meet whatever demand is going to be there, and European countries will subsidize that such that their folks don't starve and freeze to death, which is a good thing. But that does mean that those other consumers of that gas, i.e. fertilizer companies, large industrial base materials manufacturers, can't get access to it because they can't pay for it and they're not subsidized. It's like playing against the bank in Monopoly. The bank never runs out of money. European government never going to run out of money. They can just print more euros. So here's how it looks. It looks like this news we got this morning. Alcoa going to reduce aluminum smelting in Norway. Now, Norway has actually got one of the best power situations in Europe. They've got a lot of renewables there because they've got a lot of rivers. They've got quite a bit of oil, got quite a bit of gas. They do not risk running out of energy like some other countries in the Euro bloc, but it still can get pretty expensive and need to be diverted elsewhere, and that's why Alcoa is going to shut down 2,600 tons of primary aluminum production a month. Remember, aluminum is really just electricity. So it's something like 80% of all of the cost of aluminum is electricity. You take alumina, which is made from bauxite, shock it, becomes aluminum. So when you don't have cheap energy, you don't have aluminum, you don't have investment, you don't have Alcoa running. If you don't have base materials on a go-forward basis, that means industry in Europe shuts down for a while and you have a bit of a recession over there. And by a bit, I mean quite a bit. This is why we've been insulating our portfolios here at Exencial. We want more focus on the US, less on Europe. It could get dicey out there, folks. If you want some additional info throughout the week, feel free to find me on the internet. I am out there. Until then, hope you and your family have a really good rest of your Tuesday. I'm out.